Alright, this is the final part. So, of the how this teacher still has a job video thing collection. I have been fired from a couple of jobs for less. The one job that I've been fired from, and I'm not gonna be mad about it, was when I got fired on my day off from Sears. Now, when I got fired from Sears, I will explain. It was slightly racist, but it was a long time coming. I had the job for almost a year. In fact, I got fired probably a week and a half to the day of actually getting the job. So I got fired in December. I had got the job in January the year before, and I got fired in December, the very weekend that the movie Friday came out. I got fired on that Sunday on my damn day off because karma is a thing. And because I laughed so hard at Ice Cube's character being fired for stealing boxes, and I didn't think it was humanly possible for you to get fired on your day off, and I was wrong. Now, what led to that? We'll tell you, long and short. I had some incidences with coworkers that worked for Sears. I was subcontracted through another company that worked through Sears. My job was to clean shit up. The first thing that they wrote down was when I destroyed the lingerie end caps, when I crashed the machine into the damn thing. It was picking up drawers for hours. So, and they also wouldn't let me run the machine anymore. So, some time went by. I got into an argument with the lady about cleaning the ladies' bathroom. Because, I had gloves that didn't have fingers on it, which is why now when I clean, I go buy my own damn gloves. I buy these damn things. You can get 200 or 150 or something at Walmart for like $9. So, yeah. Anyway, that being said, the lady gave me a hard time one day and told me that I wasn't doing my job right. So I said, okay, well, tomorrow I'll fix it because we had a time limit. We had to be at work by 6 and out by 9 o'clock. When the building opened up, we couldn't be in the building. We had to be out, except for like the manager. He had to stay there all fucking day. But for everyone else, we had to get the hell out of Dodge. And so we did. So the next morning she comes in, and I took care of it. Like I said, I honored my word. I had like a fuck ton of scrubbing bubbles. It was the generic brand, but it was still scrubbing bubbles. And I put foam on the toilets this high. All the toilets. Handicapped toilets, the sink. The only thing that had anything on it was the mirrors. So I had so much foam that it was off the toilets. The whole toilets were basically foam. Every toilet, there's like 9 stalls, all that shit. Nothing but foam. And so I left that bathroom, cleaned the men's bathroom, and she met me going in. I was coming out of the men's bathroom. I'm done cleaning off the mucous membranes off the wall. I'm done scrubbing the toilets. I gotta go report to the boss that some asshole who's in the alphabet squad has drawn a big picture of a dick with sperm out and a phone number and meeting at McIntyre Park. I should have went there and beat that dude's ass because this dude did this shit every fucking week, and we had to paint these goddamn doors every 3 days. And the more we painted it, the more he would do it. So anyway, she met me in between the two bathrooms. Because there's a hallway or a corridor between the two bathrooms. She comes out there and she says, you know that the bathroom has soap all over the toilets. And I said, yes, ma'am. I do know that the bathroom has soap all over the toilets because yesterday you told me that the toilets weren't clean enough. Now they're so clean, Jesus can eat off of them. And if they're not clean enough for you, then you need to go home and wash your ass. So that's 2. Then they had this Thanksgiving party. And me being part of Cherokee, I wasn't invited to the party. And they made this fucking mess out of this world. And they wouldn't go get extra trash bags. I had to play in maggots and puke and shit, which was never in my contract. Because I have a weak stomach and I puke easily. But anyway, that being said, I had to clean all that shit up. And this Amazon chick who I had bumped heads with before, who was totally stealing everything out of Sears, her name was Gail. I don't know her last name, that's why I can give you her first name. But she's about like 6'3". She's like a giant, man. She wasn't like a shapely Amazon like Wonder Woman, but she was a giant woman. So she caught me cleaning up and cussing. And she asked me what was my fucking problem. And reflexively I said, you my fucking problem, bitch. And And she's like, what you said? I said, you heard what the fuck I said. Oh, y'all grown and y'all couldn't go get extra trash bags. And I got to plan y'all puking y'all maggots and shit. Well, that's your job. I said, no, my job is to clean up. My job is not to be sanitizing this entire fucking area because your grown ass didn't invite me to the party and decided that we're not going to take 50 steps to go get these trash bags. We're just going to let the little short bastard that's half-breed come and clean all this crap up. I knew 2-year-olds that ate cleaner than these people. Most of the time when a baby makes a mess, it's right here. It's on their shirt. This whole place was just fucked up. Now prior to that, her and I had to run in because they had this big, tall snack machine with the TV on top. And I couldn't cut the bitch off. And I was listening to the weather because I had to go to class. And she thought I had cut the shit on. Well, newsflash, I can't reach the TV. I'm 5'3". I also couldn't reach the fucking remote control, which was on top of the gigantic thing without getting a chair. I ain't come to work to look at TV. The TV was on when I got in there. So we had some head clashes about that. And then Fateful Friday came, where the boss said, hey, can you come and work on Saturday? And I said, nah, I got to babysit my younger brother. So I can't. He said, well, can you give me an hour Sunday? I said, sure. I'll try to make some arrangements. So I made some arrangements with my uncle to keep my brother long enough for me to go to work. Jumped in my little green machine, drove to work. Some bitch worked me like a fucking dog. And then he gave me 14 and a half sheets of paper and said he'll see me on Monday. He knew he wasn't going to see me on Monday. Or at least he thought he wasn't going to see me on Monday. He fired my ass right there and I didn't know it. So I got to the car, threw this shit on the paper on the seat, and I drove home. I wanted to read that paper so bad. Something was telling me, you need to read this paper. And had I read that paper before I got in the car and drove home, I probably would have beat that dude's ass. Because he fired me on my day off. And for all that, he could have fired me on fucking Friday. But he did see me on Monday, and I flipped the fuck out on him. And I told him, you got me the job. You became the manager after the manager was leaving, wanted to give me the job because I didn't really want to give up school. You got the job. So, at least you could have done was fire me Friday like a man. He said, I had to go against with the policy. And I said, damn the policy. You got me the job. You could have fired me like a man so I could understand the shit instead of you making me come in Sunday, fuck up my whole Sunday, and fire me on my damn day off. And then I walked off, and my cousin, she had to, calm me down because I was really trying to choke the shit out of this dude. But I stayed away from him. But if he'd have been in striking distance, I probably would have broke his fucking neck. Point being, I got fired for some shit. I earned that fire. But I got fired from Burger King. I did not earn that fire. And that was over some racial shit. But I got fired. Technically, it's a touch and go between being fired and quitting. But more or less, I basically got fired because I was about to beat the manager's ass. His name was Don. I was about to beat his ass to death. Because Mountain Valley owned Burger King. And Mountain Valley had sent out all the night porters. We are not allowed to go to walk-in. Under no circumstances are you allowed to go to walk-in, or you will be fired on the fucking spot. Obviously, Don didn't get the fucking message. I explained to him that I wasn't allowed to go to walk-in, and his exact words were, I'm your boss. Go on in there. I said, yeah, but your boss has said, just go on in there. So I got the french fry rack. I had to wash the french fry rack. Within about 20 minutes, I wasn't even on the job a whole hour that night. Within about 20 minutes, they were doing inventory, so he wasn't going anywhere. And some of the employees were having mustard fights and shit. And I said, I'm not cleaning that. Because, y'all don't do that shit on my night. And they didn't give a shit. And they just kept going. And I said, I'm not cleaning that. And he goes, I'm your fucking boss. And you will fucking do what I fucking tell you to do or you're fucking out of here, buddy. And I said, well, fucking thank you because I'm fucking gone. And I left. Doesn't sound racist, right? Everything sounds peachy cool, right? I left my great-grandmother's radio. I had to go back and get it because you don't leave Cherokee property behind. So I went back in there, and this dude is talking about me like a fucking dog. And his exact words were, that half-breed bastard couldn't fight his way out of a fucking wet paper bag with 10,000 holes in it. I can't believe that black bastard this and that. And I'm sitting there, and I'm standing right behind him. He's just flying off about my race, me being a half-breed, blah, blah, blah. And then I got racist on him. And I looked at him and I said, I will beat your lily white ass right here, right now. And no one's going to stop me. No one. He turned around, and he was about as red as the red stripe on this thing. Did I mean to get racist? Reflectively, it was complete reflex. You know, and I had all I could take from this bastard. And I laid into him and I said, let me explain this to you. I do know Kung Fu. I will fuck you up. And if they try to stop me, I will fuck them up. And he goes, well, thank you for threatening me in front of grown people. I said, look, dude, you don't understand. They want me to fuck you up. The only reason why they don't fuck you up is because they have families and kids to feed. And I'm not afraid of going to jail. I'll be outside. I grabbed my radio and I left. He called the cops on me. Cops were in the Burger King parking lot. I was in the Food Lion, Hallmark, etc. parking lot on Pantops. Now that's the short version because there's more to that story, but I did tell the cops, you know, I can wait for him to get outside. You know, you can't touch me until I touch him. So I can wait for him to get outside. I waited for like an hour and I said, fuck it, so I went on home. Missed wrestling and all that because I got fired. I could have just stayed at home if I knew that shit was going to happen. But, you know, I didn't really earn that firing. It kind of happened because he was being a dick. I got fired from another job. It was not from being race. It was because I still kick myself in the ass for that because if I'd known then what I know now, I could actually have been a very rich security guard. So I was working for Richmond Security, and again, long and short, I didn't pass the certification test because the company that I worked for, which I just named, their policy was really quite simple. If I'm in my uniform and I'm at a 7-Eleven and somebody holds up a 7-Eleven, I have to stop the robbery with no gun. But when I'm on the site that they are protecting, again, no gun, and I'm not allowed to defend myself. So basically, I abracadabraed the whole damn thing so that I would not get certified because I didn't want to go back to a company that was going to let guys that worked there, who was like 7 feet tall, wrap their hands around my neck. I'm a fighter. I'm not going to just sit there and try to struggle to call 911 and grab my walkie-talkie while this big dude's got his hands around my neck. The smallest person working there, besides me, was a woman who was 6 feet tall. And she wasn't very built either. She was like not Amazon built, just Amazon height. Her body wasn't all that great, but she was just fucking tall as shit. The smallest guy working there was like 6'2". The biggest guy working there was anything but 6'8". He was like 6'9", almost 7 feet tall. And I looked at all these guys, and they were all big country boys. I was like, man, Lord, don't ever let these motherfuckers be drunk on my night, because it's going to be a problem, and I'm going to defend myself. So I lost that job. The point of the matter being, 2 incidences were basically race-driven. So can you picture yourself sitting in a school with a woman who is responsible for your safety, teaching you your education and telling you because you are black, Hispanic, or Mexican? She probably threw Asians in there too, if there were any Asians in there. It is California. But they weren't mentioned in the article, so that's why I left them out of the video. But this woman is telling you, you're on welfare. You're taking white people's jobs and white people's money. And she's digging into your ass, and she's calling you racial slurs, and you're 13. Can you remember back to when you're 13? You're already insecure. You're already pushing, trying to figure out where you fit into this world. You're struggling between being a good, productive person or being a fucking menace. And you're a male or female. And this is before the gender neutral, gender fluent, and all these other fucking expressions came out. Back in my day, if I was 13 and the teacher said that, I can almost guarantee you that teacher would be out of a job. Like, immediately. No ifs, ands, or buts. Do not collect $200. Go directly to your fucking ass is fired. And the reason I say that was because back in grade school, a fellow student of mine, she called me a nigger. It was the first and the last time that I ever hit a girl that wasn't kin to me. Alright? I'm going to be eating this soon. It's some chocolate with alcohol in it. I hope. Anyway, it's not like the Kit Kats with sake in it, because that shit's awesome. But, the, um, the girl called me a nigger, and it took like 2 hours for the principal, God rest his soul, to coax it out of me because we didn't use those words in my house. Mama didn't raise racist. And that was the thing. Mama didn't raise racist. She didn't play that racist crap. And you know, we lived peacefully, and also we lived in the projects. And in the projects, we had white people in the projects too. We had two mixed families that you could tell were mixed. You had two mixed families. There was Bobby's family, and then there was my family. And then we had two white families. There was just white kids. There was Philip's family, and there was Kizzy's family. That was it. Those were like the only. Everybody else was all black. Everybody else was completely all black. So we didn't use the word nigger. We just didn't. We never used that word in our house. We never used that word. And when the girl called me a nigger, my hand left my body. Before I could control it, it bust her mouth. And it came back. I had to go to the office, and we sat there. And the teacher, the principal, he's like, "You need to tell me you haven't been in trouble in your entire school career here until today. What the hell happened?" And he was from New York, so he was Italian also. And he got me to talk to him, and I did everything but not cry while I was telling him. And so then he sent me back to class. He told me to go clean up, and I went back to class. And they're like, "How'd you come back to class?" Then he called the little girl to school to the office, and she told him the same story. And at the end of the day, she was in one office, I was in the other office, and our parents were there. And he specifically told my mom, it was Miss Rose, "Your son's not in any trouble anymore. I understand why he did what he did. You raised a good boy. He probably should never hit another girl, but he was well within his rights. You can get ready to go take him home after I talk to these people." He's like, "Well, if her son's a white kid, why did he hit my daughter? She's white too." "Her son's not white." And mom goes, "Well, I'm not white either." You're like, "What?" It's like, "Yeah, she's not white. She's just exceptionally light." And parents says, "Well, what color's her son?" "My son is black like me." And it's like, they gave her the once over. And the thing with that was, Mr. Gary said, "Miss Williams, you okay?" He said, "I'm Rose again. I got a divorce." He said, "You're okay. You're fine. Don't worry about this. As for you two, if you want to raise your daughter as a racist, we recommend that you keep her and racist stuff at home." She called this lady's son a nigger. I don't tolerate that crap in my school. There was no racial shit going on in my school. This is after, like, the year before that where we had the freaking school race war. So like I said, that's kind of part of the thing that set him up with, we don't do racial shit in this school. And most principals should have been like Mr. Garrett. And God rest his soul wherever he is. And to the young lady, I'm sorry for punching you in the mouth. But I don't really forgive myself for it. And at the same time, I don't regret it. But when you are 13 and 12, and this was before we was even 13 and 12, we were like in the 3rd or 4th grade. So we're just babies, man. But these kids in this school in California, you're 12 and 13. You are finally finding freedom. You are finally finding your way in this world. You are deciding, when I grow up, what am I going to be? When I get out of school, what am I going to be? I'm 13 years old. I got like 5 years of school left to go. What the hell am I going to be? What am I going to do with the rest of my life? What can I do? Where can I go? What is going to happen? And you got this teacher, a person who should be influencing you on what you're going to do with your life, a person who's going to open the door to a world of being an adult. So you're gonna know what the hell is gonna happen. You're gonna know that you're gonna be somebody. And you got this teacher who just got on your ass because of something you didn't have a choice in. Because no one born on this earth, before you get here, get the choice of what your ethnicity is and what your gender is. You don't get that option. You're born and you were raised by people, either decent or not decent. And this teacher is telling you, because you're a black or Hispanic, Mexican or Asian, that your ass is on welfare, that you're taking white jobs and white people's money, and that we need to build that border wall so that your Mexican or Hispanic ass can't be in this country. Despite the fact that this country was taken from Native Americans, it's kind of fucked up for a teacher to still have her job after that shit. I want you guys to think about that video that I just made. I want you to think about this video. And I want to first and foremost apologize for having to make a video where a teacher who's been on administrative leave for the same thing twice now still has a job. What do you think about that? I'm going to eat this alcoholic candy and see what happens. I have 3 more, but I'm not going to touch them. I'm just going to eat one. What? Oh, shit. It literally has alcohol in it. Damn. That was unexpected. There's your extra. See the hole? Just so that you didn't think I was lying. So hot. This is compound number 2. BC and U.